Hello there, Denise Burkitt here. I just wanted to introduce to you my new collection called Exotic Garden Palace for Free Spirit Fabrics. It was inspired by a trip to India where I stayed one night only at the Raj Palace in Jaipur. That's all I could afford was one night, but it left a lasting impression. And I went there after a friend said to me that he goes to India for peace and tranquility. And his name was Steve Rigg, and he was a retired English doctor. So I took that on and I went to India, and I realised completely his sentiments after my travels there. So this is the palace, and it has huge ceilings, marble floors, beautiful carved furniture in all the rooms, and the most exquisite courtyard gardens. I was taken in India with the fretwork and beautiful carved entrances. And while there, I went up to Nepal, and I took this while sitting on an elephant after 6 hours on a morning visit trying to find Bengal tigers. And I was a bit delirious at the end of all that in the heat. This was just before the elephants were being washed down. On my return from India, I block printed a piece, which is quite large, as you can see, and it's of a snake charmer. I have this hanging in my studio. So my collection is made up of 9 designs. This one here is called silk saris. The women in the streets in India wear such beautiful bright colours. Another one is called saffron screens. Usually I do really big designs, but in this case it's quite a small, intricate design, which I also love doing, painting. This one is called Peppercorn Parchment, and it's a favourite of mine. Another is called Delicate Carvings, and this is a quieter one of the collection, but a favourite of mine in a mulberry kind of colour. Banyan tree. These trees have incredible aerial roots. They grow here in Australia as well, but very much in India. And a really beautiful blue, which was inspired by all the gemstones I saw in India, the jade, the sapphires, opals. And that was printed from a loofah, which I grow in the garden here. A very big design here is called Courtyard Jewels, and inspired by the exotic plants and flowers, orchids that I saw. Very large. I think that repeat is probably a bit over a yard. So all these designs are perfect for doing free motion quilting, hand stitching, fussy cutting. Great for clothing. This one here is called Henna Hibiscus. I love the looseness and the brightness of it, and I made a pair of pants to wear on Christmas Day. These pants have got really long pockets. Just a simple pant with an elastic waistband out of this fabric called Henna Hibiscus. Just a few things in my house that remind me of travels to India. I've been there a couple of times now. This is a new book which I launched just at the International Quilt Show in Houston recently, The Travelling Artist, and it's made up of my sketches and the quilt exhibition I had there at Houston. That's available on my website, which is deniseburkittdesigns.com. This is an elephant that was brought back from India by my mother's uncle, who spent a lot of time in India, and I think that was in about the 1930s. 2 cushions which have been made from this collection, which have pride and place here in my home, and a vest which is reversible that a friend made for me out of a very simple sleeveless pattern. Patterns which are available from Free Spirit are the Wildwood wrap dress, and this pattern is great in the fabric called Cashmere Romance. And the Savvy sundress, the Lucky Country quilt, another pattern available at Free Spirit, the Chase quilt, the Compromise quilt, and the Jai Mandir quilt. Thank you for joining me. Happy New Year to everybody. Bye.